I have a new character I found. I'm going to try and map this and bring it into SL. Let's see what we got for an animation. So it's that basket there. It's kind of cool. I need a reference frame, and you can see that in edit mode we do have a nice T-pose. I can use the animation tools here. Reference pose features. Create reference pose. And then I will go to the snap mapper right away and start mapping my bones. So let's just give us a little bit more room here. Actually, I don't know how big this is. We'll find out shortly. Oh, that's good. That's fine. We're not going to do any of the facial bones. I think the minimum would be the eyes and the jaw. But then there's other ones you can map if you like, but that would take a long time. So I won't do that. But I will do the main ones. Oh good, that's on a bone. Actually, well, let's see what we have for the arm bones. I'm going to hide the mesh and see where that goes. Okay, well I could do that, but I don't know where these would go. We'd use like a wing bone or something. But then we're going to get into trying to figure out what's not going to influence other things. I think we can use a wing bone here. No, it would have to be the arm. It would have to be part of the arm. So we would use an attachment bone or a volume bone. Let's see what we have for that. But what I think I'm going to do here instead is just do a quick automatic mapping and then just bring this right into Second Life to show you how quick this can be. But let's look for a bone that we would use just for future reference. I'm going to do show all bones, and there's plenty of bones on the arm here. There's attachment bones we can use. I would use one of these. These will work very well. So there's two bones here, and I think I would use both of these attachment bones. Or maybe one. Yeah, I would use those. Well, let's just do an automatic mapping using the safe bones. So first I'm going to select bones in this that I'm going to use. I'm not going to use these face bones. I'm not going to map those at all, and they will be excluded when I run this through the character converter. I'm going to select all the other bones and then select safe, and that will select the safe bones on this here, and then I will deposit those safe bones onto the source rig. I don't know why the legs didn't work. Maybe I ran out of bones already? Oh yeah, wow. I think I did, huh? There's a lot more bones than I anticipated. Well, let's do that again. I'm going to remove all the maps here and try again. I'm going to see how many bones are in a single arm. I'd like to know that. Jeez. Well, I think the fingers really goofed with it. Let's see anyway. How many bones we got here? 28 bones in one arm. So yeah, that's going to exceed it because there's 1656 bones just for the arms. And we only have like 50, 51, 52. I don't remember. So it looks like we are definitely going to have to map this. How many bones, fingers? So I think what we do is map these 3 bones and leave that one. But let's see what the mesh gives us. Yeah, I think it's this bone here. I'm going to bring that forward. See what I'm doing. So yeah, we only need to map these three. That's fine because I'm going to grab the hand bones over here. Turn on my move gizmo. I'll bring these down here. Now if I map a bone, all the rest of the bones are going to snap back to the original armature. I don't want that, so I'm going to enable the release button so that doesn't happen. And then I can just select the end bones here and tell it how many to fill, and there's 3, so I'll just do fill, and we'll do the same thing as this. Alright, so this is relatively easy. I guess I was going to pause the video, but I guess I don't have to do that. And these arm bones, let's see, there's usually what, 4, 3, and 4. So I'm going to go down the line and see if that works. 1, which is what? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. 1, 2. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Alright, so I'm going to snap these bones back. I don't need the rest of it. Well, let me just do the hands on the other side first. Then I'll snap the bones back because there's a couple of bones I want to check out for the arm. We're going to use fill for the arm as well. Oops. Alright. You'll notice that we're not seeing the bones all the way through, right? I think because they're very small here, and that's because of the scale, which tells me that this armature itself is probably parented to something else. We'll fix that later. It's not causing a problem right now, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to toggle follow. Oops, I have to undo release. Toggle follow, and these bones should go back. And I'm going to do show less bones. That way I can 1, 2, 3, 4. There's bones. There's 4 here, and there should be 4 on the arm as well. So that's fill here. I have to bump that up to 4 and fill. So that works. Now, this basket's going to give me a little bit of a problem because this is parented to that. I'm not sure that bone's being used. Let's find out. If not, we can just use one bone. Yeah, I don't think that bone's being used. I'm just going to map this one bone here. Ignore the other one. And to do that, I want to put it on an attachment bone. And the attachment bone should go to I guess the shoulder. So let's find one that's on the shoulder. I think there's one there. Show all bones. And I think that's going to be the one. So let's just map that to that one bone. So now I don't need fill anymore. I'm just going to say map these bones, and that'll just map the single bones that are selected in both rigs. Alright, so what do we do with the legs? So this one here is a twist bone. We don't need that. Let's start with a hip then. Do that and map these bones, and then so it's that. And this. So yeah, that should do it. I'm not sure we actually need that, but it's not going to hurt anything. Last thing is left is the spine. Now that's the pelvis, so I'm going to grab that here. And then sometimes we have to skip a bone. We'll see if we have enough bones, but that's not a problem. And what's that? That should be the neck. So that's fine. We don't have to skip a bone, thankfully. And that's going to be the head. So we're good there. And we're just going to ignore the eyes. We could put those in if I can dig in there and find them, but I can't really see where they are. That's an eyelid. You just do that later. All right. So I'm going to save my map. Actually, I'm going to save this here. Save this Blender file. Just right here. Okay. I could save the map as well, but I don't really need to. It's with the Blender file. Alright, now I reset the stage. And I can go and convert this right now. I'm going to make a copy so I don't damage the original. I want to keep its animation because I'm going to export that soon. And I'm going to convert. It will make a copy of everything. Everything that's selected is exported. And export that. And then I just delete the selection. And I'm back to where I was. And now I will export my animation. I have to retarget, so go to character tools, retarget motion. I want to glue those bones because this is very custom, otherwise it's going to look wacky. Action, and then I'll retarget the animation from this new rig that it generated. And I don't want to loop from frame 1, but I do want to export frame 1, at least for now. Sometimes it doesn't come out right if you don't export from frame 1. And because I used my my reference frame tool, it knows there's a property on the action. It knows that my starting frame is 2 for a loop. So it won't export the reference frame in the loop, which is good. Then I will bump up the priority. And here we go. Export that, and I should have a complete set. And then I'll work on bringing in the textures. Now, before I do that, I'm going to reset the retargeter. You should always do that. Now, if you use the bone control instead, for instance, let's go to character tools and bone control. This does the same thing when you're using glue, but it's not for regular avatars. It's for custom rigs like this, where the bones don't really align with the Second Life default rig. So then you would just say snap to bone, send to animation. What that does is it sends the animation frame range to the animation exporter. You would say snap bones, and then you would go and do the export animation the same way, and then all you would have to do is delete that selected rig instead of resetting the retarget. That can be a convenience if you're working with this material and doing a lot of tests. Let's see what we get here. Upload, pop that off here. I'll upload the animation. Yep. And then the mesh. I'll just make the well, it's quite a bit. Make that a 0 here. Cube, because we don't need any physics. Always have to use joint positions with these custom rigs. Well, that's quite hefty, but we can fix that later. I'm going to make an anchor box here. I usually do that. And I'll drop my script in it. That comes with Bento Buddy. I'll put my animation in there. Then I'm going to drop my Animesh. Shift click the box so that both are selected, and the box was selected last, so when I click link, the box is the root. And when I turn it to Animesh, yeah, it'll move the item, and then the animation moves it as well. Now I can make this box invisible if I want. I'll just make it partially invisible, so I can easily click it later, but that's what I usually do, make the anchor invisible. So this works great. Oh, the hand is a little goofy. How did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. That's interesting. Let's go see what's going on with that. See, I didn't map those bones in the hand because, well, it shouldn't have been necessary. But what I think I'm going to do is map those and leave the tips out. Maybe that's what's going on. It really shouldn't do that unless the hierarchy is goofed up, but let's go see what happened. Alright, so I'll select my rig, go back to the snap mapper action, and see what we got here. See, that looks right to me. I don't understand that at all. I'm gonna reset the stage. I need to do some testing here, some examination. No, there's no parent. I don't know why it was scaled like that. Let's look at its scale. That's the reason why, because it's scaled. But that shouldn't pose a problem. I shouldn't have seen the bones the way I did. Maybe I did something goofy. I don't remember. But they look fine now, because if I do action, you see the red bones right through it. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. I don't know why these are all messed up. Oh, they're not, because I got the wrong. That's not the bone we need. This is not the bone we need. This is the bone we need. So what I'm going to do is I need to remap that. So I'll select that bone, you see, right through it. Then I'll select that, and I have to turn off protection. Let's see, protect, because it will protect all bones that are already mapped, but I don't want it to do that. I want it to remap that bone. So now that should work. And this one doesn't do anything. I think that might be a twist bone. Let's go look at the mesh and find out. Yeah, that's a twist bone. Alright, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we found the problem. Although I don't know that it's the only problem, but I think we're good. So let's do the same thing here. Make sure we select the red bone, and then that bone, and map these bones. I turn protect back on. Alright, so we're going to do this again. I'm going to reset the retargeter. I'll reset the stage, and I'll save this. Show mesh. Where's my show mesh? Go back to, and I'll have to do the animation over as well. So let's export the character first. Make copy is still on. Convert. Export. Whoops! I clicked on the UI empty space, so now I messed up my selection, which has everything in it. So I don't want to have to dig for that entire selection. So I'm going to Control Z, and I did that twice. I don't know how far back it went. It looks like it's just where I have to reset the retargeter again. It's a pain in the ass. Blender does this. Set the stage. Character convert. No, I need to see my mesh. What a pain in the ass. Character converter, make copy, convert, export. And then when it's done, I just delete what's there. Now I still have my animation to export, and I'll do the other way. I'll do it the other way, like I showed with the bone control instead. So we have the bone control window open and send to animation enabled, and I do snap bones. Then I'll go over to my animation exporter and export that. And then I just have to delete the rig. I don't have to reset the retargeter. Alright, let's go try this again. Alright, so I know that this is multiple objects, so I don't want to just go and unlink everything, but I do want to keep the box. So I'll do edit linked, and I'm going to click off of it, and then just select the box, and I will unlink just the box. So everything else will be connected. And then when I select that and undo that, I can just hit delete and it's gone. Now I have my box still. I don't need these anymore. I'm going to get new ones. Upload my animation. And then my mesh. Physics is just a cube. Right. Shift, click the box and link. Now I'm going to shift, click and drag, and it makes a copy of it. The copy is left behind and it's free from the animation cache. If you don't do that, you'll get the old animation playing and you'll wonder what the heck is going on. So now the hands are correct. And I think except for that's not correct. Shoot, I must have, when I did my undo, it must have screwed that up, huh? I think this dramatic bend is supposed to be like that. Let's go check it out, but that's all messed up and I don't know why. Maybe I didn't, maybe when I Control Z it backed out of that fix I did. Alright, let's go look. Here we go again. And Visual Snap Mapper, Action, and I'm going to hide the mesh. Go over here and have a look. Yeah, it backed out of that. What a goofy thing, huh? Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. You already saw me do this. I'm going to make sure I have the red one selected. And then I'm going to select the new bone. And I'm going to turn off Protect and map these bones. Hopefully that's the last time I have to do that. Now you know the process, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to re-export everything and I'll start the video again. You don't have to watch me do that yet another time. Okay, so I exported my stuff and I'm just going to go through this a second time, which might be helpful to some. Unlink just that part, edit linked, and then I will turn that edit linked off, select all the other junk and delete it. Also delete this from my inventory so don't get confused. My animation, my mesh, zero out this last one. And from what I understand, it never plays with Animesh and with skin mesh that you wear. The last LOD just doesn't show. I think, I'm pretty sure. Not sure why that is, but it's helpful. So I will, oh, and I forgot to put my new animation in. You know, I forgot to put my new animation in, but it would have still messed up anyway, because that that's strange. What a coincidence that was. I forgot to put my new animation in, but that arm would have messed up anyway because of my Control Z, the undo I did. Anyway, whatever. That was a goofy thing. So Shift, click the box to make it the anchor, link it, and again I'm going to shift click drag. It leaves the copy behind, cleans out the animation cache, and then click, and we should have liftoff here. Alright, and just to be sure that this dramatic thing is supposed to be like that, I'm going to look one more time in Blender. I'm pretty sure, and then we'll go work on the textures. So let's just look, and yeah, so her hand is dramatic like that. Alright, I'm going to go grab the textures that came with this download and just upload the whole mass into Second Life. Alright, so what I've done is I went to the texture folder. I'm going to do bulk. I went to the texture folder, and what am I going to call this? I'm calling this poly low poly. I'm going to paste. I copied those. I'm going to paste them right here, and I'm just going to upload them. And I'm not sure where they go, so I'm just going to like have a look. That looks like it might be the body. So anyway, these will work. If I do like edit linked, and I'm going to shift click the box to deselect the box, then I'm going to drop some textures on the rest of it and see whichever one fits. I know it's for that, right? And does that fit? Not everything. So it looks like it fits the basket, maybe. Let's do color 0. See what that fits. So that fits the character, and the other one is for the basket. So you would select the other items for the basket and drop that in. Yeah, I think that's it actually. So we're good. All right. I'm going to bring that into Second Life and put it on the marketplace. Oh, what is this? Oh, I see. We still need this. Edit linked. This here. And I think it's this one. Yeah. Alright. Have fun.